Welcome everyone to the first class of 2022. We'll give some time for the text to settle themselves, for the people to log in. Until then, just breathe and pay attention inside. And and get ready for some philosophy and for some Siddhi meditation. Focus on the breath. Focus on your body and incarnate. Concéntrate en tu respiration et incarnate. Concentrez-vous sur votre corps, sur votre respiration et incarnez-vous. Yeah, that's the 3 languages I know sufficiently to teach. All right, lots of login. That's cool. During the year 2022, we're going to learn about Siddhi meditation. Siddhi meditation is a type of meditation where you contemplate a state of being. And that state of being is inspired by a philosophy. And it is solidified in your mind by a word in Sanskrit. So we're going to study that by doing a practice repeatedly. By repeating it, you'll eventually understand what is Siddhi meditation. So meditation globally, first reaction that any newbie has, I can't meditate because my mind won't stop. That's the first mistake, to believe that meditation is meant to stop the mind. Eventually, a side effect is for the mind to stop. That's a side effect. Okay? Have moments of stillness where you are mentally aware, but there's no mental activity, no thoughts. Okay? But meditation is not supposed to stop your mind. Okay? It's not its only function. So meditation is syntonizing a channel or a vibration. The same way that you tune in the radio. Well, in the past, we used to tune in the radio finding a frequency with a button. Today, we click on files and they play online. So syntonizing is, I have to find a new metaphor. Okay. Meditation is how to reach the correct IP address of collective consciousness. I don't know if it makes sense. Okay, so a good side effect of meditation is to calm the nervous system and the body. It calms your heart after it got rid of its excess. It calms your mind after it got rid of its excess. So yeah, meditation will calm you, but that's not the only point, okay? Meditation is to experience something new. Siddhi meditation is a specific meditation where we use a Sanskrit word to as a focus, to try to focalize on a philosophy and a state of being. Okay, so that is Siddhi meditation. Vipassana is empty meditation. Many of you have heard of Vipassana. Very good meditation. Harder because it's more empty than anything else. And Vipassana is people who just look inside and relax and wait. So of course the mind goes crazy and all the emotions come out and the body hurts until it goes away. Okay? So that's Vipassana. We're not doing Vipassana here. We're doing Siddhi meditation, where we will keep the mind busy with something so that we can keep our focus on that. And the goal is to develop a supernatural experience, okay? Or a natural experience, which is actually even more productive. Cool. So that was the intro on meditation and Siddhi. If you cannot calm your mind, don't try. Just follow the class and do your best. When you realize that you're following a fantasy and you're not on the philosophy of a Siddhi, you just accept that this is what the mind does, and you come back to your meditation. Sometimes you'll spend 75% of your time outside of the actual practice. It's okay. Keep practicing. Eventually you'll spend 50% of your time on the actual meditation. And eventually more and more until you can do a complete Siddhi meditation only on that Siddhi. It takes time and practice, so don't worry about it. Okay? Good. Deep breath, everyone. I'm going to transmigrate with you for this one. Okay. Just going to live this with you who are live. And some of you who will watch the video afterward will get a bit of that transmigration effect also. The first Siddhi we practiced this year it's a combo actually of two Siddhis. Kanaka yota. Okay? So, Raven, if you can write this, Kanaka, Kanaka, that's one word. And the other is Jyota. 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 Kanaka yota. Kanaka in the dictionary means golden, and yota means light. So we're going to meditate on golden light. Now, the version that Mara wrote, Kanaka. Of course, if someone doesn't know how to pronounce it first, it's normal. Raven was probably never exposed to it. That's cool. So Kanaka is gold and Yota is light. Kanaka Yota is golden light. Super new agey, happy tripping in the golden light of the universe. Yes, we're going to start with that, okay? But we're going to first understand what Kanaka Yota means. Gold light is attractive. Gold light is attractive. Disculpen, alguien está traduciendo al español. Gracias. Someone you have to check. I think Shivani is translating today. Not sure. Shivani or Shivagam is translating my video. Okay, Shivagam is coming. So yeah, I mean, it happens. The translators, they have personal lives. Shivagam's super busy. So just check my online page and log to his live stream for the translation. Okay. Going back, Kanaka Yota. Kanaka Yota, golden light. Why is gold attractive? Gold, except for building superconductors, stuff like that, is gold really useful? We don't eat it. It's not really useful to, well, we apparently have a bit of gold in the body in micro traces. It's healthy. But it's not something like we don't grow gold on trees. We don't try to get it to build anything. Like, for anyone not into modern technology, the only use of gold is how you appear. It's shiny. It's beautiful. Okay? It's attractive. But is it productive? It's not. Physical gold, it's not really useful for the mundane person. It's just to look good. So why is gold so attractive? It is rare, and it looks like the sun densified. It looks like it's not the sun densified, or technically everything is stars densified, so it doesn't matter. But it reaches something inside where we just want it. So does it appeal to our greed? Maybe it's just greed. Maybe it's just pretentious to want to look good. That's the ego's surface about gold. But gold actually reaches something inside where we find it to be precious. And philosophically speaking, it awakens a feeling of something important. So that's specifically physical gold. Okay? How about gold light? Now, gold light is the most important resource on our planet. It's the sun rays. Okay? It's sunlight, right? So gold light is the radiance we get from the sun. There's white light, of course it is white light, but we see it a bit golden, okay? And basically it's the idea of being fed. Receiving light on our body is so awesome. It heals us, it feeds us. The energy that we need, it feeds the plants, it warms the body, it warms the earth. So gold light, in its physical manifestation of sunlight, is extremely useful. So if we elevate ourselves from the physical gold, the energy of gold is absolutely essential for life. Now, if we elevate even more and we go into gold for the soul, the golden light in the level of the soul is the Dharma flowing. Okay? So it feeds our soul. The same way that there's physical gold, then above that there's the energy of gold, which is life and light, heat. Then above that, in the mind and then in the soul, it is Dharma, wisdom. It is a resource capital for the soul. Okay? So we focus inside, and we think Kanaka yota, golden light. And the same way that nature showed us, golden light feeds everything. The sun is white light. When it's golden, it's like refined, I guess. Golden light inside feeds our soul. And it makes us a lively inside. Okay? So there is golden light in the entire universe. There's universal consciousness everywhere. And the resource of Kanaka yota is everywhere. And simply meditating on it puts us in contact with it. So it's not just the image of golden light everywhere. It's the feeling of being fed inside deep golden light. On earth, living things, plants, animals, we receive light directly from the sun, which is the greater astral body, like a planetary or cosmological phenomena. The sun is the greater mass of the system, and it feeds us. It is the greater thing. In the spiritual plane, the golden light comes from the greater thing. So something that is way bigger than our soul, which is the divine. Okay. So from Vishnu basically radiates an eternal golden light that fills the entire universe. And we are bathing in this universe. And the golden light comes from something greater, something that surpasses us. So we feel humble in front of that great presence, that source of golden light. Okay. Let's do a few minutes of Siddhi meditation before we move on to the next part of the philosophy. You breathe in the abdomen. You try not to breathe from the upper chest. You know, when you breathe from the top, it's a way to survive, but it's not a way to live. You want your belly to breathe and be comfortable. So you breathe in your abdomen. You focus on your body to be incarnate, but that's just like a tether or like an anchor to stay incarnate. Most of your consciousness is focused on the golden light, and I am fed by the greater thing, the greater being, the greater sun. Kanaka yota, gold light everywhere, feeding me. Kanaka yota. Kanaka yota. So every few seconds, you repeat the words you whisper physically. You don't want to go too loud, you whisper. I say it loud so you can hear it in the video, but usually you just Kanaka yota. And eventually you become silent and it's only in the mind. But if I do it only in the mind, you won't follow the class. So Kanaka yota, I say it. And you feel fed by something greater than you. Now that's important. If you just want to feel fed because you're hunting for it, because you're draining that light in by force. If you don't want to recognize that there is something greater than you, it will produce a lack of humility. And that lack of humility closes the channel. It closes the doorway. Basically, the chakras on all planes will tighten and limit. Because I'm the one who feeds myself of the universe. Screw the divine concept. Screw the idea of a God. I'm me and I feed myself. Yeah, okay. You can think like that. It's okay. But it's pretentious. The sun, the planet, the star of the sun is so much greater than my little body on this little planet. So it's the attitude to have. And if you don't want to believe in God, believe that this golden light everywhere, you know, the universe is greater than you, at least. So you're humble in front of the thing that is greater. I like the thing that it's God. I believe in God. What do you know? Kanaka yota. Kanaka yota, golden light, being fed by something greater. Kanaka yota. Just bathing in it, it just fills us. Kanaka yota. Kanaka yota. Kanaka yota. Golden light everywhere. The image of golden light everywhere. The feeling of being fed and nourished. In all planes. Kanaka yota. Kanaka yota. Now the feeling, the emotion that will naturally build up on that is nice. Okay. It doesn't happen to everyone, or not fast. But when a child is fed by the mother, it's not just the milk, it's the presence, it's the embracing, it's the caring. So the feelings of hope and faith will eventually rise, could eventually rise, has nice side effects. Kanaka yota. Kanaka yota. Just being fed divine golden light, the Dharma, the precious resource that gives life to everything on every plane. Kanaka yota. Kanaka yota. Kanaka yota. Good. Take a deep breath and relax your mind. Come back to this class. Notice the side effect. The next step of this class, a Siddhi class, is usually 20 minutes. So maybe classes will be a bit shorter this year. Yeah, I like to stretch things and talk. Once you've done Kanaka yota, there's another Siddhi you can practice, but really it's a secondary thing. It's a play thing, okay? Kanaka Jvalita. So Jvalita, J-V-A, Jvalita, L-I-T-A, Jvalita. It means radiance, okay? Kanaka Jvalita, golden radiance, okay? So the golden light is the thing that feeds you. Golden radiance is to radiate golden light. Now you have to be aware, if you want to develop the supernatural power to radiate golden light, is it because you want other people to see that you radiate golden light? Because mostly it's going to be on other planes. It's not going to be physical. It happened to me twice. And of course, no one recorded it because I was young. Twice I radiated golden light physically visible to others. So I have this, this power trip. Look, I want to shine golden light, but I always shine golden light on the planes of Dharma where it actually matters. And this is where I learn about the attitude of Kanaka Jvalita. Is your motivation to radiate gold light? Or is your motivation for others to get golden light too? Now, anyone who doesn't practice anything spiritual, yeah, of course, the second one. You know that some people don't practice anything spiritual around you. You'll want them to get the golden light. The goal is for them. Of course, you're going to be the one radiating it. But it doesn't matter. if your goal is for them to get it. Now, radiation is not channeling. Radiation is not you focusing on someone. Radiation, it happens everywhere. Okay, so it's not a method where you will be giving golden light to a specific person. You can do that with other methods. You can do Reiki, which is awesome. You can do transmigration, okay? But Kanaka Jvalita, radiating golden light, is unconditional and also omnidirectional. You don't choose where you radiate it, okay? And you only do Kanaka Jvalita in the measure that you have Kanaka Yota. If you have nothing to radiate, what's the point? Okay. Once you've fed yourself with Kanaka Yota, you give yourself a bit of time to digest, and then you'll want others to have it. Kanaka Jvalita. A bit of time to digest, I mean a minute or two, you know. And you can do Kanaka Jvalitas because you want others to be fed. Now you'll check your ego when you're around people, like, do they feel it? Do they feel my golden light? This is a bit too much interested. This is you seeking attention somewhere, okay? So you have to work on this, on what do you need in exchange of that golden light? If you need anything, it removes the humility from the practice. And again, introduces the radiation, okay? So what you want is Kanaka Jvalita. It's just for others. And forget what you get out of it. Indeed. Kanaka Jvalita. Don't force it. Know that you are radiating golden light, but don't force it. It happens. If you're pushing, I'm shining bright, you've got too much effort. This is a power that builds over time. You feed yourself of the Kanaka Yota, and you're grateful for the thing that is greater than you. And then you practice Kanaka Jvalita, and you're caring for everything else, which is greater than you. It's society, it's the world, it's the universe, if you want. Kanaka Jvalita, the golden radiance. And you don't get to decide where you shine the golden light or from which part of body it shines. Is it more the head? Is it everywhere? Just don't control it. Kanaka Jvalita, I'm radiating. It's from inside, just radiating. And you know that you're sharing some of that light. And if you have ego where you need the light to be shared, you'll be depleting yourself, giving all your golden light. But if you do it without control, you'll be keeping the golden light you need, and you'll be sharing any excess you have. And it will happen in balance through a phenomena called osmosis. You might Google that. Osmosis, it'll just happen. And you won't deplete yourself. Okay. So meditate on Kanaka Yota. And take a minute to embrace the experience. Then you meditate on Kanaka Jvalita if you want to bless others with that. Just a few minutes. I recommend we do more Kanaka Yota than Kanaka Jvalita. You can put a timer 10 minutes of the first, 5 of the second, 2 for 1 is okay. I don't really control that. A good Siddhi meditation is 10 to 20 minutes. If you are not skilled in meditation, don't force your mind. 20 minutes good. Okay? If you are a hardcore spiritual trainee, you will do an hour. In my training as a sadhu, my early 20s, we would do 12 hours. So 50 minutes, 55 minutes of Siddhi meditation or fixity, one or both. And then we would do 50 minutes of chanting, an actual chant. 50 minutes, a 10-minute break in silence, just go to the bathroom, grab a bite, walk around. And we would do this from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So we'd do it during an entire night. And then we go work in the day. And once we did that 3 days in a row. But this is Theravada, this is sadhu, hardcore. You don't need that. Okay? This was after years of training, of course. We were not newbies on our first night of meditation. Okay? But if you want to break your limits, if you have trained meditation for a year or two, try an hour per day for 1 month. And then follow with an hour of chanting. You take one mantra, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parak Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. And you chant that repeatedly for 1 hour. Okay? So you try it when you get there. Okay, but first, Siddhi meditation, 20 minutes max. And then you allow your mind to rest. Okay? Going at the gym and lifting more repetitions and more series than you should, you'll only damage your muscles. Same with the head. You don't need to damage your mind. Okay? Nowadays, I like to do 10 minutes. That's my thing. I do 10 minutes. Could be laziness. Could be that I do other things. Yeah, 10 minutes is good for me. But I have periods where I just go back into it full pin. 1 hour of meditation followed by 1 hour of chanting. I would do that. In seminar, we do obviously more. I'm looking forward to meeting my usual crew in actual seminars and meeting new people and seeing how the Maharja expanded. Looking forward to it. But not today. And, early 2022 doesn't seem to be a appropriate time for me to give physical seminars. But I'll get there. We'll get back to this, one thing at a time. Love you guys. Kanaka yota, Kanaka Jvalita. Enjoy your practice and see you next week.